Hello and welcome to your weekly psychic forecast for week commencing Monday the 28th of March 2022. We will start with an overview of the week, then we're going to go day by day, looking at each day's energy and finishing up with a motivational message at the end, so remember to stay tuned for that. There will of course be timestamps in the description below so that you can jump back in throughout the week as you need to and check on a particular day. So let's take a look at the week as a whole. So our overview, here we've got our cards. We have the King of Earth. We have number 18, Honor Gaia. And we have card 47, Trust. Very green, brown, earthy energies coming through for the overview here. And there's a real message here coming through of prosperity on the longer term, gained from working in harmony with nature and the spiritual world around you, trusting that you're already on the right path and making the right choices. Absolutely lovely message coming through. So the energy from the spirit realms this week is actually very loving and supportive, and in particular we're being encouraged to look at ritual elements of our life, our prayer, our spiritual practice, our actual rituals, spell work, whatever it is that we do to really feel, grow and maintain that connection with the higher aspects of ourselves, our spirit guides and the world around us. It's very easy to forget that we are spiritual beings having a human experience and not the other way around, and just focus on the smallest and most lowly aspects of the human experience, which is just in the five senses, forgetting all about the others or refusing to acknowledge the other higher aspects of self, which is a terrible shame. So this week, try to find some time to go outside. Yes, there's that message again, to go outside, to connect with nature, to connect with the spirits of the world. And understand that your true prosperity and wealth comes from a holistic approach to life and combining all aspects to achieve real growth and success, not just from financial success through striving or dominating. Okay, that's the old paradigm of push, drive, strive, dominate, crush, step on the other person. That's the old paradigm that we're leaving now. It's not going to continue to function particularly well. Right now, it's not going to be functioning very well, and in the future, it's going to stop functioning altogether. So this week, the reminder is that there is a bigger aspect of you that's capable of all of this and more, all of the abundance, the joy, all of the things that you want. Yes, you can achieve it all and with a lot more ease. Life should be much easier than it currently is for most of us. If we listen to the nature spirits, if we listen to our guides, our intuition, we can learn how to live as much more expanded beings with so much less effort. This sense of ease and things coming to us easily and naturally will no longer be restricted to the ruling classes who've known but hidden this knowledge from us. They know this, which is why they're all rich and everything's easy for them. Okay, it's because they have some knowledge that we don't know, and the time for hiding it is over. So if you enjoy these videos, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Share the videos with a friend, and we will move on to Monday. Let's take a look at Monday's cards. We have the 8 of Earth, number 9, Embrace the Dark, and number 23, the Serpent. And if you've been following my videos, you'll notice I'm using slightly different cards this week. I hope you're enjoying them. Okay. So healing is highlighted this Monday, and the theme of learning about keeping yourself well and in balance may come up in conversation. It's a good day to begin a detox, a fast, or to start living a more healthy or holistic lifestyle, but there is a deeper message with that too. We're very much reminded about our spiritual health and the spiritual aspect of us which keeps us healthy. Without acknowledging or including our individual spirituality, we're missing an important part of ourselves. You may be drawn to learn Reiki, spiritual healing, to be a naturopath, learn about aromatherapy, learn one of the holistic healing arts today, whether it's holistic massage, or if you already know some of them or one of them, you may be drawn to practice them more regularly and actually work them into your day-to-day routine. Remember the saying, healer, heal thyself. Use your abilities for yourself first. Put on your own oxygen mask first before you try to help others. But I do feel there's an even deeper spiritual edge here as suggested by the second card, which is actually this one, Embrace the Dark, number 9. Let's just take another look at her. Isn't she beautiful? So it may really be time to take a deep dive into aspects of health or medicine or your spiritual well-being that you may not have previously considered. So really take a look at what works for you, what is genuinely good for you and what isn't. And that's a question to ask yourself. It could be as simple as asking yourself if you're grounding enough. Are you shielding your energy? Are you clearing your energy when you do spiritual work? Or it could be a darker journey too, especially if you discover information that's not easy or comfortable to accept. It may still be important, so try not to throw the baby out with the bathwater if you discover something that's not very nice or a bit inconvenient to try and work into your lifestyle. So remember that there is no rush. You can take any changes to your diet, lifestyle, or spirituality one step at a time. In fact, that's the best way to do it because slow, steady, gentle changes are the ones that stick. So let's move on to Tuesday now. Let's take a look at those cards for Tuesday. We have number 10, the Wheel. We have number 36, seek your answers within. And we have number 34, Wealth. Okay. So Tuesday's cards are really interesting because they are very much continuing on our theme of change and true prosperity coming from within rather than from outside of you. Tuesday may actually come in with an actual change to do with money, finance, employment, investments that makes you take a second look at how you've been handling your money and what you've been doing to generate wealth. Or not. Have you been spending all your money or not generating wealth or money? There is also a potent reminder there that for those of us working in the spiritual and holistic fields, that poverty doesn't make you holy. Yes, we remember that, please. If you're poor and broke all the time, something is probably out of alignment, out of balance in your life and your energy, and that needs to be looked at urgently today, please. Some lucrative opportunities could also arise today. I feel they may be something out of the ordinary or non-traditional, so perhaps keep an eye on the cryptocurrency markets today because that one could be interesting. This is very much a season of growth on a spiritual level and can be one of financial growth too, despite everything going on around us in the world. And I mentioned this in the new moon forecast as well, which I will link above, so that's well worth a look. There are definitely forces at work that want us to be poor and struggling. I think that's pretty obvious to anyone. They're not subtle about it. But you don't have to dance to their tune or do as they bid you. So the 369 energy of this master number comes through strongly from the second card today as well, with the 36. Let me just show that one to you again. Seek your answers within 36. So 36 reduces to 9, so we get the 369 master number energy coming quite through really strongly here for me. There's a real possibility of growth and expansion in finances or wealth if you go within and follow that inner wisdom today. And it's interesting that we have a bear, because I was talking about bear animal spirits in the new moon forecast as well, so do remember to check that out. I actually did a numerology video earlier this year talking about 369 energy, which was going to be quite powerful this year and quite influential as well. So do check that one out as well. I will put the link above. So let's move on to Wednesday. Let's take a look at the cards. We have the Page of Fire. We have number 2, be patient. And we have number 40, risk. There we go. Right. Now look at these dragons. Dragon. We've got some powerful fire and dragon energy coming through for Wednesday. The overarching message for this Wednesday is that sometimes it takes time for results to show, especially when we're beginning a new project or business, perhaps investing in cryptocurrency or even starting to work with a psychotherapist. Results take time, and sometimes it can even look as though we're going backwards when we're actually making good progress, and we just need to hang on in there and wait to see the results. The key is very much to keep going. Even if you aren't having the best time right now, keep going. Don't give up. Good follow-through is a very rare skill in today's world where we tend to want instant results and everything right now. We've very much forgotten the art of patience, and that's something that we need to remember. But I want you guys to remember that when you plant seeds in a garden, they don't normally come up in a day. You don't go outside and expect everything to be all grown and ready for you. You know, sometimes you can be waiting all winter. You plant the seeds before the winter and they don't come up till the next spring. But they do come up when the time is right. I'm talking to you parsnips. Take too long. Good things take time. And when you've taken something of a risk, it doesn't matter whether it's a financial investment or whether you've been brave enough to begin therapy, it can take some time for that risk to pay off. and the in-between time can be very uncomfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Don't give up, because you might just give up right before the miracle happens, right before you're about to win. Emotional maturity asks us to leave things to mature and not panic today. Patience, good things are on their way. So let's move on to Thursday now. Let's take a look at the cards for Thursday. We have the Ten of Fire. We have number 28, Need and Necessity. And we have card number 49, Forgiveness. Okay. Now, Thursday comes in with a more stressful energy. This could be quite a day for some people, so be prepared and pack your lunchbox for this one, because you might not have time to buy a sandwich. Today's theme is balance, but it could be a very imbalanced day for some. We may see old patterns rearing their heads today, particularly to do with workaholism, doing too much, taking on too much, and then blaming other people for the burnout. The underlying message is that your balance is your responsibility. There may be a need to forgive yourself for doing too much, or to forgive others who've taken advantage of you and allowed you to do too much too. People who've taken advantage of your efforts without stepping up to do their fair share. You may also need to consider that perhaps that was partly your fault. It's time to take full responsibility here. This is a good day to look at what you could actually stop doing, what no longer serves you, where are you taking on too much in life, what are you doing that you could stop doing to bring more relaxation, more balance into your life, what needs to change. Now, don't fall into the trap of beating yourself up, please. Okay, no, don't do that. We do it too much already. Don't beat yourself up about choices and decisions you made in the past. Okay, just look objectively at your life, make a plan to bring more balance, more peace for yourself as time goes on now. Let's move on to Friday now, which is the new moon in Aries, and I've actually taken a bit more of an in-depth look at this one because it's a very interesting energy. I'll link that video above and below in the description, why not? Let's take a look at the cards. We have the 10 of Air. We have number 8, Embrace Spirit. And we also have number 8, the Lady of the Lake. Okay. So, there is a real theme of change this week, but it's this third 10 card here that we've had so far that's really talking of change and new beginnings, but also opportunities to do things differently, to come from a place of wisdom, having learned some things and grown up a bit on every level. Also interesting to note that we have 2 cards with a number 8 on for today, 8 being the number of longevity, endurance and keeping going. But we have a message here of taking full responsibility for all aspects of our life right now. It's a day for honesty, perhaps taking stock of where you are right now and what part you played in that as well. This is not a time for falling into victimhood or into victim energy. Our spirit guides and angels want us to be very clear about the part that we play in our own lives and how our choices and decisions have brought us to where we are today. Unless you're a tiny child, you will have had a huge impact on your life, I guarantee it. Today's energy is a hopeful one, as we can finally see the end of some situations. The proverbial light at the end of the tunnel is shining ahead of us today. We must remember that nothing will change if we don't make changes. If we keep making the same decisions and choices, we will keep getting the same results, more or less. And this is true on a personal level, on a national level, and an international level today too. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Do you want to be happy, or do you just want to repeat the pattern that you know? There's the question. Because chances are that patterns can be painful and destructive if we're stuck in them and our life isn't going the way we want it to. When the opportunity to make change arises, don't slap it away in favour of what you already know, unless you are already 100% happy with the results you're getting. And chances are that you're not 100% happy with how your life is right now. So take a look at that. Use this opportunity to rise and to do better. So let's move on to Saturday now. Let's look at those cards. We have the King of Fire, Dragon. We have number 33, Respect Your Boundaries, another dragon. And we have number 46, Death. Don't freak out. It's not a literal death. It's not a literal meaning. Okay. So more dragon energy for this Saturday. But the cards actually speak of change and leaving things behind that no longer serve. When you commit to a plan or project, it's often important to remember that you can't serve two masters. Very difficult to do. If you're trying to make it as a solopreneur, for example, running your own business, maybe setting up a YouTube channel, it may be time to step away from your full-time job or other activities that take up too much of your time, energy, and efforts, even if you don't feel ready to do so. Try to focus on one thing, regardless of what your aims are in life, and let go of things that you just don't need anymore. Boundaries are also highlighted here on Saturday. As we become more enlightened and spiritually awakened, we will be more and more aware of how we often do others a disservice by doing too much for them. Lots of us, especially empaths, especially women, especially healers, do way too much for other people. Come on, we know that we do. We try to help, we try to heal other people, but we can't fix other people's lives. We can't. I'm sorry, it's not possible. You can't fix someone else's life and make them happy. You'll just wear yourself out. The flip side of that coin is that very often we're doing those same people a huge disservice by not allowing them to grow or make positive changes for themselves so that they can be more empowered, so that they can be more capable and make changes in their own lives that they actually want without someone else deciding for them, which is very demoralizing, which is very bad for self-worth. And sometimes that means letting people fall, letting people fail. And that's difficult. It hurts us to watch, it hurts them too. But sometimes that's the only way. Sometimes it's the only way we learn is when people don't help us. So review who or what puts a demand on your energy this Saturday. Reassess what you're going to do to what you're going to prioritize moving forwards. And this will be particularly important as we become more sensitive as the Great Awakening continues. So make the good choices now and make it a bit easier for yourself further on down the road. So let's take a look at Sunday now. Sunday's cards, we have the Queen of Air. We have number 11, Embrace the Masculine, and number 22, the Deer. Okay. So this is a very interesting combination here. Sunday's energy comes in with the message to balance the masculine and feminine energies. Both are very strongly represented in today's cards with number 11, Embrace the Masculine, coming alongside number 22, the Deer. So we have 11-2, which is also wisdom, and 22-4, the feet of the goddess. There's some very potent energy here for creation, and it's about creating more harmony and balance in your life and relationships, so use it wisely. This could be a good day to look at your life honestly and think about what is and isn't working for you, but also what's missing. That's the key point for Sunday. What is missing from your life? Are you a woman who's trying to live in a man's world? Are you a man who feels the world's trying to put you down right now or criticize you for being masculine? You know, Sunday's energy tells us to get clear about what we want, but also what we will accept and how we want to live our lives. What's missing? Other people's opinions should not matter. I know they do, and it's difficult, but they really shouldn't. So it may be time to turn off the television or leave Twitter if the sort of meddling of the mainstream opinions is getting a little bit too much for you. You can be diplomatic with others who are repeating what they think they're supposed to say. You don't have to be mean or unkind, but equally you don't have to listen either. In fact, I would suggest avoiding conflict by excusing yourself from situations and groups who you just don't feel you chime with anymore, where you don't feel you belong. Let them argue and bicker amongst themselves until they're ready to stop. Not everyone's ready for peace and harmony, okay? I know we think we are, but the truth is a lot of people aren't. They're addicted to drama. Some people also enjoy the feeling of believing that they're right a bit too much, so just leave them to it. I'm also shown that our intuition and higher abilities are going to be a bit heightened on Sunday, so it is a good day for spiritual practice, prayer, meditation, manifestation, and spell work. So lastly, we're going to go to our motivational message today, which is from the Fairy Oracle. We have Celebration, and we have Shine from Within. Now, if you've been watching my weekly forecast, you'll know that both of these cards have been coming out quite a bit recently, and it's really lovely to see both of them. Really beautiful, positive message that they bring to us here. So, yes, the message is to remember to shine and enjoy yourself. Yay! You won't get anywhere in life by playing small or doing things you dislike. find a way to make life a celebration. There is far too much doom and gloom in the world. People who want to tell you that you're wrong, bad, evil, or that your very existence is unacceptable. The best rebellion is to live a happy life, celebrate every moment, and find the joy and shine your light for others to see, and be inspired by your example. In the Western world right now, the amount of judgment in the court of public opinion that we seem to be subjected to from all sides, it doesn't matter where you are on the political spectrum, on the religious spectrum, if it's from academia, it's absolutely insane. It's like people want to be angry and annoyed all the time. Again, it's that addiction to drama. They think they're not allowed to be at peace or to be genuinely contented or joyful anymore. It's now holy to be offended by everything, according to some people, and that's very sad to see, and it does not make for a happy or peaceful life. It makes for stress, anxiety, and depression. But you can't convince anyone to change how they act or how they think or what they think. But you can lead by the example of your own life. So make your life as joyful and beautiful as you can this week and onwards. Make your life a celebration of all things, not a fake one where you put a special symbol in your profile picture and act like you're really clever, or that you really support something you probably know nothing about, but a real celebration of the small things, the everyday achievements, the beauty of a small flower, the calm of the morning sunshine. Help yourself to feel peace, to feel joy, and lead others by your actions and example. So try to remember to show other people kindness and compassion this week, because the ones who are most angry, resentful, loud, or spiteful are usually the ones in the most pain. And it's very easy to lose sight of that, to lose that compassion for them. You cannot fix their lives, but you can make your own life better in many beautiful ways, no matter how small those ways may be. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please do remember to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment if there's something you'd like to share with us, or share this video with a friend, and I will see you all again soon.